1.4.5 added the Skyblock seed, which you can enable by clicking here and then here. You spawn on a floating island, there is one disconnected island with shimmer, and that's it. The rest of the world is empty. So you have almost nothing. No water, lava, jungle or dungeon biomes, demon altars. I've been getting asked constantly if it's even beatable. And yes, it is. This is how you do it. It is true that before 1.4.5, you could not beat this seed with what the game gives you. Skyblock playthroughs back then were extremely grindy, taking dozens or hundreds of hours. Relogic, thankfully, added a bunch of stuff to lower how much you need to grind. That isn't to say this is fast, you will still need to do a lot of farming. It is a Skyblock world, after all, but it's not nearly as bad as old Skyblock playthroughs were. Firstly, you spawn with a solidifier. This lets you make a slime spear, which handles early enemies pretty effectively, and slime blocks to make houses for NPCs. Kill slimes for 50 gel to make a spear, then keep killing them to make houses. The slimes will drop a ton of random items while you're doing this: torches, ropes, bombs, seeds, acorns. In general, you're going to be killing a lot of slimes. They are how you get most of your items. They get you ores, but you can't smelt those without a furnace. That takes stone and wood. How can you get stone and wood? Well, from stone and wood slimes, of course. These spawn in the underground layer. There are a lot of slimes in this seed, and a lot of them have unique abilities. Cloud slimes have low gravity, wood slimes have high defense, dirt slimes shoot dirt traps. There's a lot. Okay, so you can get furnaces and smelt ores by killing slimes. You can use ropes from killing slimes to get down to the underground, or use slime platforms from killing slimes. A word of warning: if you fall, you will die. Touching the bottom of the world is instant death. Now that you have metals, and by extension armor and weapons, you should go down to the cavern layer. Here, you can get mimics, which drop gold chest loot, and heart slimes, which drop, you guessed it, life crystals. You do not need to fish to get them, and it's generally a lot faster to just kill them here. They are a rare enemy, but it's way better than fishing. You only need 15. Someone had told me they found 12 in about 2 hours of farming. Thankfully, farming is very easy because your world is a natural mob farm. You can use conveyor belts, which come from conveyor belt slimes, to carry enemies into lava, or just use a basic pyramid design. You can get lava from lava slimes in the underworld and pick it up with a bucket. Speaking of buckets, you might want to fish or just have water for potions. You can get water by shimmering a lava bucket. The shimmer island will spawn at the same elevation as your spawn island, just go out into the world, or if it's raining, you can throw an empty bucket on the ground and it will get filled with water. You can then use a water dupe like this to get unlimited water. Water lets you get access to the jungle, so it's very important. By standing near water, you can craft dirt into mud, and slimes can drop jungle grass seeds, letting you make a jungle. You can also plant corrupt or crimson seeds, which the Eye of Cthulhu drops and are purchasable from the Dryad during a blood moon, on mud, and then purify it to turn it into jungle grass. You have dirt on your spawning island, and dirt slimes underground drop dirt. Once you have dirt, you can duplicate it by crafting dirt bombs and exploding them in an open area, then harvesting the dirt. Water also lets you access the snow biome. The Demolitionist, at night, after killing the Eye of Cthulhu, sells frozen bombs which turn water into ice. Ice then becomes a snow biome. Once you get about 1,500 of it, it's a bit slow to get a full biome, but it is how you can make one. Well, the Eye of Cthulhu is pretty important then. It unlocks 2 to 3 biomes, plus all the items it drops. You need a natural spawn, which can happen once you have 200 max HP, 10 defense, and 3 NPCs. So, farm some life crystals. The Eye will drop a placeable demon altar. This is very important, and you need this item to beat the game. It's how you summon the evil boss, either the brain or eater. Place the seeds that the Eye drops on either dirt or mud to grow a full corruption or crimson, then you can get evil mushrooms and rotten chunks or vertebra to craft the boss summoning item at the altar. Kill the boss using whatever you want. I'm not going to walk you through gear, but the evil boss will drop dungeon brick. If you put those bricks on the surface, the old man will spawn. This is your dungeon now. The cultists will spawn here later too. Killing the evil boss also allows meteor showers to happen. They drop meteorite, and do a lot of damage if they hit you. He also gives you cursed dungeon walls to make an artificial dungeon underground. Don't put these down before killing Skeletron. The Dungeon Guardian exists. Skeletron drops the Hellforge and lets you get dungeon loot. If you need biome loot, you can fish up crates and catch worms during the rain or underground, or get maggots from graveyards, or do similar things for bait. Hellstone does drop from obsidian crates now, so you can get hellstone gear like that, but you would need a golden bug net from the angler. Just put a thin layer of sand off screen at the edge of the world to spawn him. I would skip hellstone gear, personally. You do need the hellforge to smelt hard mode metals, but I don't think all that fishing is worth it just for hellstone. You can get the sand for the angler or for a desert by shimmering potions into bottles, then glass, then sand, or by extractinating obsidian. You can get an extractinator from mimics in the cavern layer, and obsidian is just lava and water. On to the wall of flesh. You can get lava from lava slimes and just move the guide to the underworld. The underworld is completely open. You can use minecarts for a bridge, or blocks, or planter boxes. The wall's eyes will be very spaced apart unless you make a funnel, so I would suggest longer range weapons that deal better single target damage rather than stuff that needs the wall to be compacted. You can get bee weapons from queen bee if you want. Honey can come from shimmering water buckets, and hive from hive slimes in the jungle. In hard mode, nothing about your world gen will change. You don't get any additional generations or assistance. New slimes will drop the hard mode ores, so that's nice. And you can get the mech summons as a random drop, or you can craft them. You could also smash your altar to allow random spawns, but I don't think you can get another one if you break it, so I wouldn't recommend it. If you lost your altar, you're not soft locked. You can craft dungeon bricks using stone and hard mode ores at the crafting station formerly known as the heavy workbench and a graveyard. The hollow can come from hollowed seeds via the dryad, and it should be pretty straightforward to get hard mode gear and wings. You'll need a jungle underground for Plantera after the mechs. You can get life fruit there as well. Mud can naturally turn into chlorophyte in a jungle biome over time in hard mode, but it can be painfully slow. The bigger your jungle, the more likely it will be for some to grow. Once you have one, you can start farming it. It grows and converts nearby mud over time. This is where a lot of people get lost. After Plantera, you need to kill Golem, because there's no lizard temple or altar in the world. Relogic made it a bit easy for you though, because Plantera just drops both a ton of bricks and walls, and an altar, and a pick saw. It's pretty straightforward. You kill lizards to get a power cell, kill Golem, go back to your dungeon, kill the cultist, kill the pillars around the world, then the Moonlord. I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of this Skyblock seed. Only having 2 islands isn't that exciting or interesting. But there is a great way to make it interesting. Add more seeds. Here are just a few of them that I've come across. Using Winter is Coming will spawn snow islands throughout the world, and Toadstool spawns mushroom islands. Water Park spawns island lakes, and I imagine that the hollow and desert seeds will spawn their respective islands once they're known. Rainbow Road makes your clouds into rainbow clouds. Save the Rainforest puts a giant living tree that extends all the way down to the underworld on your spawning island. I Am Error adds a bunch of random blocks around the world. If you combine it with a seed that adds islands, it'll add these giant underground cabins to them. And if you combine that with abandoned manors, you will get these colossal underground skyscrapers. Such great heights just puts your island higher in the sky, while How Did I Get Here moves your island to a random spot in the world. Mole People will still make the world underground, and Royale with Cheese makes 6 different islands, with each one being the spawn point for a different team. Beam Me Up does connect islands with teleporters, but unfortunately the basic skyblock is extremely unlikely to connect the shimmer to the starting island. Having more islands through other seeds increases the chances of teleporters actually showing up. The vampire seed just spawns your island underground with the zoologist. Planetoids and a lot of other seeds don't seem to do much. Using Jingle All the Way can be a great way to get extra items and snow from Frost Legion in hard mode. It's also probably the most consistent way of getting food early on for any seed combination that involves the constant. Those actually selectable seeds do interact with Skyblock, but not in particularly exciting ways, I've found. Most of them just slightly change your starting island's features. Not the Bees makes it out of mud and hive, Remix puts it underground, and your starting NPCs can change. Drunk gives you the Party Girl, Not the Bees gives you the Merchant, Mark 10 Drunk and Not the Bees gives you the Witch Doctor, but as far as I can tell, they don't add any additional islands in the world. For the Worthy actually removes the starting solidifier and the shimmer. If you cram all the secret seeds together, you can make an abomination like this.
Yeah, we just spawn in a giant chunk of spikes. Giant mushroom islands. Spikes? Why are there so many spikes everywhere, man? Interesting. Interesting. I think the water chest spawned in the underworld. Or the water lake spawned in the underworld, which made it a lava lake. Well, this is a much more exciting Skyblock experience. I'll give him that much.
So, try using a few. They make Skyblock a whole lot more fun, in my opinion.